Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome in if this is your first time being here. My name is Melissa, and this is Empowered Gems Tarot. So today we're going to be looking into how does your person feel about you, blunt AF as always. So we're going to be looking into your person on your mind. We're going to uncover where they stand when it comes to this connection with you and kind of how they're feeling about you, the connection itself, how they're feeling about themselves, and getting right into our disclaimers. The reason that I title these readings Blunt AF is because my goal and intention is to give you guys the grounded truth of what I'm seeing in the energies, meaning that the goal is not to sugarcoat messages to make them sound better than they actually are, nor is the goal to be like overly harsh, right? It's just about taking a very practical approach to this reading so that you guys can feel empowered to take the necessary action that feels right for you with the situation. I never want any of my viewers or subscribers to get addicted to tarot readings. I know that it can happen anyway, but I just try to be a reader that takes an approach to this that doesn't overly romanticize things that don't need to be, right? So if you feel sensitive about your person, or if that doesn't sound like the type of style that vibes with what you're looking for in a tarot reader, then this may not be the best suited reading for you. Just keep in mind, if you do continue to watch, that I am going to give you guys like the grounded truth of whatever it is that I'm seeing, whether that would be perceived as positive or negative. If you guys did want to book a personal reading with me, all the links, or the link to my website, is in the description box down below. Personal readings are a great way to get a more specific and accurate read on your own personal energy. And I do actually offer a service called How Do They Feel Blunt AF? And what I do in that reading is basically the personalized version of exactly what you're about to see here on YouTube. But with all of that being said, let's go ahead and select your reading. So we've got a choice here between three groups today. If you're drawn to reading number 1 or group 1, we're working with the Sparks of Light Oracle card. If you're drawn to reading number 2, we have Sublimation. And if you're drawn to reading number 3, we have the Sun. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Think about your person and what you need to know about their feelings toward you. Go ahead and select the card that you feel the most intuitively connected to. Once you've made your choice, you can scroll down to the description box below to locate the timestamp that will skip you ahead to your chosen reading. See you there. Hey group 1, and welcome to your reading. If you all were drawn to the Sparks of Light Oracle card, this is going to be your message, and today we're going to be looking into how your person is truly feeling about you, blunt AF, okay? So let's go ahead and get started with where your person currently stands energetically with regard to this connection. So obviously Sparks of Light is going to represent this, and then we also have the energy of long-term relationship coming through here as well. Okay, so pile 1, group 1, where do they stand energetically? So I kind of feel this person feeling pretty excited when it comes to you and when it comes to this connection. It could be for some of you guys that you've been in a long-term relationship with this person for a while. Maybe for others of you, that's not the case. I'm seeing a couple scenarios here. But with Sparks of Light, this card really talks about coming into a period of excitement, of light, of electricity, after maybe a period where things have been kind of slow or stagnant. There's something about you, there's something about this connection where this person feels like very attracted to it. You know, like maybe they see you as being a light, or there's something about you that kind of makes their skin tingle in a good way. Like it just feels like this really bright spot in their day for a lot of these people that I'm tapping into here. And that could be the case whether you guys are newly connected to this person or in a longer term relationship with this person. Maybe for those of you that have been in a long-term connection with them for a while, maybe you guys have been going through kind of a rough patch, or a patch where things haven't felt as alive in your relationship. And I do feel like things are changing from their perspective. They feel really lit up when it comes to this connection at this time. So they're definitely very attracted. There's something about you that makes them want to learn more, that makes them want to keep moving forward, coming towards you. And there is this energy of long-term here as well. So it's kind of like this is something that this person sees going the distance if it hasn't already. All right, so let's keep going. Group 1, we're working with the Field Tarot, if anyone is curious about your deck. So Spirit, help us understand, please, how they feel. How does this person truly feel about my Group 1 viewers? What are their true feelings? How do they feel about themselves as it pertains to this connection? How does this person feel about themselves as it pertains to this connection, please, Spirit? We've got the Empress. How does this person feel about this connection? We have the Ace of Swords, and how do they feel about my Pile 1 viewers? How do they feel about my Group 1 viewers? The Three of Wands, and we do have the Page of Swords here at the bottom. I feel like you guys might not have talked to this person in a while, or maybe there's been like kind of a stalemate as it pertains to your communication, but this person definitely feels very curious about you. And I'm noticing the sparkly sword here for how they're feeling about this connection, which is kind of reminding me of this sparks of light. I feel like there's some sort of like realization that this person has come to about this connection, where they might be having a moment of clarity about it, an aha moment about it. They're thinking about it in a way in which they haven't really thought of it before for some of you guys. The Ace of Swords is also making me feel like this person really loves the intellectual side of this connection. Like they feel like the two of you can just click when it comes to sharing ideas and communication. And I think there's just something about you that really intellectually stimulates them. Like you help them to see things very differently or more clearly than maybe in comparison to other connections that they've had. Let's get some clarifiers here. Okay, Spirit. So how does this person feel about themselves as it pertains to this connection with the Empress, please? We have Vacation. How do they feel about this connection with my Group 1 viewers with the Ace of Swords? Ooh, and how do they feel about my Group 1 viewers, please, Spirit? Ooh. How do they feel about my Group 1 viewers? Truth be told. Ooh, okay. We do have the energy of sexuality here. So this person could be like exploring and learning more about their sexuality, like who they're attracted to, what they're attracted to, what they like, what they don't like, things like that could be on the table here. Maybe you're someone that's a little different from what they've typically explored sexually. Okay, let's see. What else, please, Spirit? How does this person truly feel about my Group 1 viewers? We have mirroring. Okay. And we do have a small offering here at the bottom of the deck. So interesting. All right. So let's dig into this energy, Group 1. So I feel like, again, this person, they definitely seem to be really excited about you, really curious about you, really excited about this connection. For the majority of my viewers here, I do get the sense that this is not necessarily someone you've been dating for a long time. Maybe they've been in your life for a long time, or this is like a newer connection and this person is kind of seeing like the long-term potential for this at this particular moment in time. As I'm tapping into their energy, I'm feeling a lot of pressure in my throat. I feel like they have a lot that they want to say to you. I feel very, what's the word? Like I have that euphoric feeling right now of just like the feeling that you get when you're just really, really excited about someone and they're like constantly on your mind is like kind of what I'm getting. This person just feels really, really excited. You're very sparkly to them. They're really excited. It's almost like this feeling of anticipation that I'm getting from this as well. Like it's making me feel with all this vacation energy, this Three of Wands energy here, that you guys might be traveling to meet each other, or someone's traveling to the other person to visit or something along those lines. They're really excited. It's almost like they're anticipating this. So how do they feel? Let's get into this. So I do feel there's something about distance here that's coming up with the Three of Wands and the vacation. I think this person does miss you, group one. Like I feel like if you guys don't get to see each other all the time, I do think that they miss you. I do think that they anticipate seeing you, or they wait and they wish to see you if you're not together all the time. But they definitely feel that you're someone who's far away from them in some capacity. Now, for others of you, if that's not the case, what I do see is that this person is thinking about you and they're thinking about planning a date with the Three of Wands. Like there's just something about you where they could see this going further, right? Like they feel really clear about wanting to move forward with this connection with the Ace of Swords. They feel really clear. We have yes, luck is on your side. Like they're affirmative when it comes to this connection. And I feel like this person is viewing you as somebody that they want to plan more with. They want to plan a future with, a long-term future. This person is like viewing you as someone, or feeling like they want to plan dates with you. Like they want to look ahead in the future and be able to plan things in advance over a period of time, right? Because the Three of Wands is really an energy that is about like looking ahead and making those step-by-step plans around what we're going to do and what is like the long-term vision of this connection. So I do see them wanting to like wine and dine you. And I do think that if you guys are at a distance or just don't get to spend a lot of time together for whatever reason, they miss you and they long for you when you guys are not there in each other's presence. We have the Empress energy with vacation. So I do think that this person is feeling like they are catered to in this connection in some regard. Like maybe they feel that you really cater to them, that you're very loving with them, you're very nurturing with them. I'm noticing too, they're looking at the sparks of light, right? There's something about your sparkle, something about the way that you sparkle. Like I feel like there's just something about you, group one, like the way you glow, the way you light up, like the way you talk to them, that makes them feel very cared for and very nurtured and loved. I feel like this person wants to cater to you as well with the Empress being here, right? This shows me, I feel really, this is so positive, group one. I feel excited because like, I don't know, like this just feels like really positive energy. We'll see how it plays out. But it just feels like somebody who's really inspired to cater to you, who wants to take care of you, who understands what you are and what you represent, and they want it to feel good for both of you. There is this energy of vacation. So again, maybe there's a plan here to travel, some sort of vacation or plan in the works where like this person really desires to cater to you, to take care of everything, to care for you. Now, we did have this energy of the small offering here at the bottom of the deck, which kind of talks about short and temporary offerings in between feeling awakened and unawakened, but refusing to let go completely, or stuck in a situation they cannot get out of and can only give you something small. So it's interesting that we're getting this at the bottom of the deck at the same time as the long-term relationship, because it does make me feel for some of you guys like this person is still shifting out of something that they have been in for a while. They could still be in a little bit of a transition period in their life. And if there is a distance here, I think that it is maybe a little bit more difficult for this person to give you everything that they would want to, which is why we have the small offering. But we're going to see how this plays out here as we get more cards. We also have mirroring nature. So this talks about being a great source of reflection and growth, willingness to understand and genuinely connect. They show you your deepest fears insecurities, and shadows through action. And at the bottom here, it says, if you are feeling under duress or feeling solemn, I feel it too. When you're thinking of me, I'm thinking of you too. Our connection is deep and profound and sometimes difficult to understand. So there could have been, and maybe still are, some wounds that get triggered in this connection. Like, I think you and this person mirror each other a lot. We have a lot of swords energy, so Gemini energy at present. Maybe there's a little bit of that going on where you guys kind of mirror or mimic each other's fears. But I do think this also speaks to like the fact that you guys are always on each other's minds. Like you're telepathically connected in some way. So let's keep going, group one. I want to see kind of how they're viewing the connection from their perspective. As I'm shuffling the deck, I'm seeing infatuation. That is kind of what I was feeling. I couldn't find the word when I was trying to describe it initially, but that's kind of how I'm feeling in my body as I'm tapping into this person's energy. Okay, Spirit, so how does this person perceive this connection at this time? How do they view the status of the connection with group one? We have forgiveness. Interesting. Okay. We have boot up. Yes. Ooh, and then we have jealousy. That's interesting. We do also have the message of divine timing. Now is not a favorable time. There are things impacting this connection. So again, that makes sense with seeing the small offering at the bottom. Like I do still kind of feel there's something going on between you and this person where they've got like one foot into another situation, or there are other circumstances going on behind the scenes that might affect this connection from fully coming together. But you guys, like, I don't know, this person, it feels like they're transitioning out of whatever that is as I'm tapping into the energy here, because we have this long-term relationship stuff. Now, maybe for some of you, everybody's situation is going to be a little bit different, right? But maybe for some of you guys, where this person stands is that they're currently in a long-term relationship with someone else, and you have kind of sparked, you've wakened them up, or maybe they're getting out of that long-term relationship or something along those lines. But for the majority of you, this feels more like the way that they're seeing you, and they're feeling really excited, I think, about the possibilities with the Three of Wands that this connection could hold, okay, for them. So how do they view this connection? So I do see that like infatuation energy coming here with boot up. Like if you're traveling to this person is thinking a lot about like just that intimate one-on-one time with you. Like they want to spend the night together. They want to like cuddle. They want to explore their sexual side with you, all of that good stuff. If there has been a period of disappointment in this connection, or if they have wronged you, I think that they are ready to receive forgiveness, or they would like to forgive you. Like there's definitely something about like putting the past in the past and being able to forgive and move forward in a positive direction here. Now, I do think this person is a little possessive over you, group one, which doesn't surprise me because just in my body, I feel this like strong attraction and just like strong infatuation. So I think just be mindful of that as you're dealing with them, that they kind of are possessive. They want to take you out on dates because they want you to be theirs. Okay, so just be mindful. They're definitely focused on like the intimacy piece of things next with you. Okay. How do they feel, Spirit? What would they say to my group one viewers if they were being honest about their feelings? What does this person want to say to group one? We have I'm recovering. Okay, maybe they've been in recovery for something, like recovering from a past relationship or like a divorce, with long-term relationship being here, recovering from addictions, recovering from anything. That's why they just want to feel like cared for with the Empress, you know? We have you let me down. Okay. There's definitely been some sort of disappointment in this connection, I think, in the past. I compare others to you. And then we do have you inspire me at the bottom of the deck, which I think makes sense with the sparks of light here. Wow. So this is interesting, group one. I mean, I'm super curious to hear from all of you about this person and what's really been going on, because just tapping into this current moment, this energy feels so positive. Like, they feel very, very positive energy toward you, and they're very, very excited about you. If you guys are getting ready to travel to see this person, they are anticipating this, and they are so freaking excited about it, okay? So let's see. We're just going to close this reading out here, group one, by looking into what Spirit wants you to know about your own energy with regard to this connection. So some advice for you, group one. Advice for my group one viewers, please, Spirit, with regard to this connection. We have equality. If someone cannot reciprocate my same efforts, I do not continue to try harder. I take it as a sign that we may not be on the same page at this time. That's interesting, because I do feel like this person is wanting to cater to you guys. So maybe Spirit is saying, like, if they haven't shown up well in the past, just be mindful as you interact with them now, okay? We also have a sensuality. I do not deprive myself of enjoyment in this life. So it's like, you know, regardless of what has happened up until this point, I do feel like if you want to enjoy this person, if you feel excited about it too, enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Spirit is saying maybe there have been mistakes made with this person in the past, or this person's hurt you in the past, or vice versa. There's definitely something to be mindful here around reciprocity, okay? And maybe that's just something you're watching for as you're getting to know this person if they're a new person. But have fun. They're saying have fun. And then we do have power. I can accomplish any goal that I set my mind to. Nothing is unattainable unless I believe that it is, which is amazing. So just know your power and know that, like, you have everything that you need to be successful in any endeavor in your life, including love, right? So I think Spirit is just highlighting that as a strength of yours as you navigate this connection. It feels really good, group one. Like, I do feel like this person is really excited about you, and they definitely seem to feel like there's long-term potential here, but there definitely is still some stuff, I think, from the past that needs to be worked through with this person, some forgiveness that needs to be done, some letting go of old things that no longer serve us. But it definitely feels like they're very excited about you. That's like the overwhelming excited, infatuated, like, you just light them up, group ones. They're feeling really good about you at this time. So comment below, you guys. Please let me know what is the deal with this person and how this message resonates with your experiences. And I will see you in the next reading soon. Bye. Hey, group two, and welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to the Sublimation Oracle, this is going to be your message. And we are going to be working with the Muse tarot deck today if you're curious about what I'm using for your tarot cards. So we're going to be looking into how your person is currently feeling about you. Blunt AF as always. And I'm going to start by looking at where they stand energetically with regard to this connection. So we've got sublimation, and then we have keep calm, meditate, try not to overreact. Okay, so group two. I feel like your person is in a place right now when it comes to this connection where they are looking at the bigger picture of things. Sublimation kind of talks about an ascension process, right? Like rising above and thus being able to kind of see the bigger picture. For some of you guys, this could mean that this person has kind of distanced themselves from you, or they've separated away from you for some reason, because sublimation can sometimes talk about that separation that happens. We ascend and we may leave others behind, instead of maybe ascending while still lifting up those that are with us. But it definitely feels like this person with keeping calm is being very intentional about like looking at the big picture and trying not to overreact or get angry about the small stuff. Like not sweating the small stuff is coming up. So let's keep going. In this reading, I am going to be looking at their feelings about you, the connection, and how they feel about themselves, because I think that can kind of give us some interesting insight into their perspective. So we're going to get into that today. So Spirit, how does this person truly feel about this connection with my pile number 2 viewers? Starting with, how do they feel about themselves at this time? How does this person see themselves with regard to this connection? We have the Justice card. This person really is in a very calm, meditative space, I feel. How do they feel about this connection, please, Spirit? How do they feel about this connection, please, Spirit? Page of Swords. The way that I'm feeling in my body right now, group 2, is like, I keep like kind of feeling short of breath. And it feels like this period of like a sigh of relief after after my adrenaline has been running. So this person might struggle with like anxiety, or maybe they've been feeling angry with something in this connection, or maybe they're struggling with like anger issues or other types of mental health challenges, things that cause them to really get very active, gets their adrenaline running. How does this person feel about my group 2 viewers, please, Spirit? How do they feel about my group 2 viewers? Temperance. And so it's like the way that I'm feeling in my body is almost like coming down, like crashing down from an adrenaline like high or rush. This person may have a lot going on in their life, even outside of this connection. Maybe something with family could be significant with the 10 of Cups being there. Okay, so let's see, Spirit. How does this person feel about my group 2 viewers? How do they feel about this connection? And how do they feel about themselves at this time as it pertains to this connection? We have honeymoon. How do they feel about this connection? We have no. How do they feel about my group 2 viewers with the Temperance card? Air sign. Okay. I'm going to pull one more oracle card and then we will jump in. Whew. How does this person feel, Spirit, about my group 2 viewers? Oh my gosh, we have self-love and we have deceit here. Actions don't match their words, living a lie, and won't even admit to themselves. Pretends their feelings for you do not exist and is dismissive of you. This person is kind of icing you guys out, I feel. Again, it wouldn't surprise me if they have left you behind or if they've created some space or distance between you guys during this time. We had love spell here at the bottom of the deck, so it kind of feels like this person does have some feelings for you, but they're kind of pushing them down, suppressing them, trying to maintain in control of them. So how are they feeling? So this person, you guys, as the energy stands right now, I just don't think that they are really interested in a connection with you. We have the Page of Swords here. So when it comes to you, I feel like they're kind of guarded. I feel like they're kind of skeptical. I feel like they might have things that they want to say, but they don't really know quite how to say it. Like I'm noticing all the different women kind of like dancing around her head. It's like they have a lot of thoughts. They have a lot of thoughts about things, but they don't really know how to formulate their thoughts and like have a coherent conversation with you about it. And this is kind of like, it's how they feel about the connection. Maybe you and this person are at a distance, or there's been kind of some time apart here. Maybe you and this person mostly connect on the internet or on social media with the Page of Swords. I do think they kind of watch you. I'm noticing how she's holding her glasses here. I do think this person kind of watches you, keeps an eye on you from afar. But they're saying that it's not really the right time for this connection as the energy stands today. I also feel with the Seven of Swords here at the bottom of the deck that they're kind of maybe actively avoiding you, which again, it makes a lot of sense with this deceit energy here, right? They're avoiding something, not only with you, but I think they're avoiding something in their own life at this time. This says, I don't even know why I'm lying to myself about the way I feel about you. I may act as if I don't even care, but deep down I know it's because I care too much, and that makes me very afraid. With the Seven of Swords, I do feel like this person could be kind of an avoidant person. Like emotions feel really scary to them, or connecting with you feels very risky to them. So they just prefer like not to do it at all. And with the Ten of Cups being here underneath of that, I do think that they feel like a strong emotional fulfillment when they're with you. But it's like they push it down. Like I think they're just very afraid of being disappointed. I think a lot of this comes from inner child stuff as well, with self-love being here. This says, I'm working on my self-worth, and I'm recognizing the issues that have been holding me back. I'm trying to heal myself by loving myself first, right? And that card talks about learning to forgive yourself and others, healing their inner child with shadow work, recognizing the triggers that has affected them from moving forward. I definitely think that you trigger this person, group 2. There could be something about you with the Temperance card that's very different or unique, or something about you that kind of triggered them a little bit, where they've been wondering like, could I even mix with this person? Like something along those lines. We have a lot of air energy here as well. So underneath how they feel about you, we've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So the element of air has to do with communication. It can have to do with our thoughts, how we process our thoughts, our ideas. There could be something about your communication style with the Temperance card that's kind of different for them, or I just heard off-putting. Okay, I don't think that it's your fault. I think that there's something about it that kind of triggers their self-worth issues. You know, maybe some of you guys are very calm communicators or direct communicators. It could be like any style of communication that you have, but I think it's like they can only handle it in moderation, or maybe it's your belief systems or something like that. That could be part of it as well, that triggers them. So with the Justice card, it's like, I think this person is basically how they feel about themselves as it pertains to this connection is that they are going to hold themselves accountable. I think they're holding themselves accountable to healing. I think they're holding themselves accountable to any commitments that they have with you. Justice can talk about like being honest and being, what's the word I'm looking for? Being honest and being honorable in the way that we move. So I don't think that this person has any ill will towards you, group 2. With honeymoon being here, honeymoon phase and attending someone's wedding, there could be a very specific connection for some of you, where like you're going to meet this person. Either there's like travel commitments here, or they're going to fly or come to a wedding where you're going to be there, or something like that. I do think that they're going to like honor whatever that commitment is, where you guys might see each other. But when it comes to this connection, I just don't see them really being ready to dive in more, because it seems like they have their own inner work that they're doing at this time. Okay, group 2. So how does this person view the status of the connection with my group 2 viewers, please? Look up the song, you guys, Oil and Water by Incubus. I've gotten this before during readings, but it just kind of started playing in my head when I was looking at the Temperance card. And the Temperance card can talk about like alchemizing opposite energies, right? I do think there is something about you or the timing of the situation or your views, your beliefs, your communication style. I do think there's something that's pretty opposite about how the two of you operate or maneuver here, okay? So listen to that song, because there could be a message there for you. We have just for fun, good times, good company, getting out of the house and having fun. So that's connected to that like honeymoon and commitment energy with the Justice card. How do they view this connection, please, Spirit? We have obligations. Yeah, it makes sense with Justice. It's like this person will honor whatever commitments that they have with you. Like they do seem like they want to be responsible and to do the right thing here. And then we have Let Me Love You. I don't know what you're used to. Let me in. I'll show you something different. And then we've got Sexual Connection at the bottom. So they're definitely like attracted to you. There's flirtatious energy here. I do think this person might view you guys as being a little bit more open, or maybe a lot more open than they are. And maybe that's part of what's like putting them off. Like this person's energy just feels like it's been really like charged for a while and not in a good way. Maybe they have an anger issue. I almost feel like this person might struggle with like a mental health issue, like anxiety disorder, or maybe even like PTSD, like something really challenging that they deal with, where like it's really hard to, like they're focusing on being calm and being tranquil here. And so I think when it comes to you, like they might see you guys as being like very open and like really heart-centered, even though we have the air energy here. Like this card makes me feel like you're very open in your communication with them and kind, but like they're not ready to receive that at this point. They're not ready to receive that yet. I think there's even something about that that's very triggering for this person. Okay. As I parted the deck, I have trouble with intimacy. So let's see. Spirit, what does this person want to say to my group 2 viewers? What do they want to say to my group 2 viewers? We have, I want to start over. What do they want to say, please, Spirit? I miss seeing you. This person is being so fake. I'll elaborate in a moment. I don't know how to feel. I think that might be literal, to be honest. And then I don't know why this happened. I can't be with you. So I kind of feel like, see, this kind of goes back to this deceit energy, you guys, where I feel like this person puts on a mask. Like they put on a front that they're not interested, that they don't want to talk to you, that they don't like have love for you in some regards. And I think that there is like a bit of that that's like fake, that's a front, because they are saying that they miss seeing you. This person wants a fresh start. And maybe like the fresh start is about like taking things, looking at things through a more lighthearted lens. Like having more fun or enjoyment, or just like maybe just trying to honor obligations that they have to you to start. I feel like they want to show up better in those specific interactions. But there is still like, I feel like literally they don't know how to feel. I feel like literally this person has a really, really hard time with emotions and like opening up their heart, and maybe even just like emotional regulation is a challenge for this person as well. I also think that they have some sort of mixed feelings with the Temperance card about you and about this connection, which makes sense because I feel like we are getting a lot of mixed feelings. Like we've got this love spell, we've got like they do have some sort of feeling for you, romantic feelings, sexual feelings for sure. But then they've got all this other stuff going on that's kind of like blocking further movement here. So this is super interesting, group 2. The energy of this reading was vastly different from group 1. So we're going to end this here with advice for my viewers. Okay, so for my group 2 viewers, Spirit, what do they need to know about their own energy, and what advice do we have for them as it pertains to this connection? We have a broken promise. When you're ready, I know you will fix this. So like kind of giving this person the opportunity to come forward to fix or be accountable to what they've done wrong, which I do think that this person wants to take accountability with the Justice card. I do see that. We have dreaming. I must co-create with Spirit in order to bring my goals to fruition. So I love this message, group 2, because I think what this is saying is like, you got to ask yourself if dealing with this person is really aligned with what your goals are, right? Like if you're watching this and you're someone who wants like a loving, intimate relationship with someone, this person is not there. Like they don't want that right now. They're scared of that. They have a lot of issues that they need to work through on their own right now, right? And so by continuing to entertain this person, by watching readings about them or getting readings about them, or by engaging with them, keeping them in your mind and heart all the time, you're basically telling Spirit that this is what you want, right? And so what Spirit is saying here is that you have to show through your aligned action what it is that you want, so that Spirit can help assist you in bringing that to life, right? So just food for thought. I'm not saying that you can't ever talk to this person again or that you should cut them off. That's obviously your choice. But you've got to think about whether or not this person and this connection aligns with your goals that you have in your life for love. And then we have Huntress. I know what I want and I'm no longer afraid to get it. So just being more clear and more direct about what you want. So this is super interesting, group 2. Comment below, let me know about this person and what's been going on and kind of how this reading aligns with that to your understanding. I'd love to hear from you below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next reading. Bye. Hey group 3, welcome to your reading. If you guys selected the Sun card, this is going to be your message. We're also going to be working with the Star Spinner Tarot for your reading today if you're curious. So let's go ahead and jump in. We're looking into how your person, is feeling about you, blunt AF. And I'm going to kick off by looking into where they stand energetically with regard to this connection. So obviously we have the energy of the Sun here. And then we have the cat lady, prolonged single status. Okay. All right, so where do they stand energetically with regard to their feelings, group 3? So this person, I think, is probably a person who is used to being pretty independent. Like, I do think that they have been maybe on their own for a long time. Maybe they do own cats and they're literally a cat lady. I don't know. That term is just kind of a term that talks about being single for a long time. But it is interesting, right? Because cats really do talk about like the spiritual side of a cat. It really does talk about independence, right? Like So this person is someone who is energetically quite independent. Like maybe they've been on their own for a long time. Maybe they've had to learn to be really agile and be able to kind of pivot and take care of themselves and be self-sufficient here. Okay. We also have the number 1 here, which is making me think of, new beginnings, or the house of self in astrology, the first house. So this person, I think, is also possibly kind of on the precipice of, or just starting some sort of new beginning in their life. With the sun, I feel like this person is learning who they are. They're understanding themselves better. The sun can talk about our life force energy, our vitality. It can also talk about clarity. So there's something maybe about this connection that's bringing clarity or illumination to them in some regards. So let's keep going. Let's see what we get here. So Spirit, for group 3, help us understand, as I'm parting the deck, we have the sun here. How does this person truly feel about my group 3 viewers? The connection, and how do they feel about themselves? So how does this person truly feel, Spirit, about themselves first, as it pertains to this connection? How does this person truly feel about themselves as it pertains to this connection? We have the 6 of Wands. How does this person feel about this connection? The 5 of Wands. How does this person feel about my, How does this person feel about my group 3 viewers, please, Spirit? The Magician. And we have the 9 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Let's go ahead and get some clarifying cards here. How does this person truly feel, Spirit, about my group 3 viewers? We have intuition. How do they feel about this connection? Pets. That's interesting. So there's some connection to pets here. How do they feel about my viewers for group 3? Vacation. Okay. I'm going to pull just one more oracle card, and then we will jump in. How do they truly feel, Spirit, about my group 3 viewers? We have regret. And then we have distance. So this could be a long distance connection. We have vacation here. So it could be that you guys live far away from this person. You know, it's interesting, you guys, with the sun, because I do feel with the 6 of Wands, like this person could be someone who's a little bit attention seeking for some of you. They like the spotlight, or this person could just kind of like take up a lot of space from your perspective. Maybe even from their own perspective, they take up a lot of space. This person wants your attention, but it's interesting because I feel like you kind of have your back turned to them. Like you're kind of not really giving them that, which we'll get to that in a bit. But this person wants your attention. This person wants to feel seen by you. With the Six of Wands, this person feels really good when they're in your presence. Like you uplift them, you boost their self-esteem, you make them feel better about themselves. We also have intuition here. The red flags you ignore now will come back to bite later. This person, I think, just feels like, pretty intuitively guided toward you. Like they just feel very drawn to you here. But it's possible too that they struggle when it comes to making confident decisions in their life. And there's something about red flags that is showing up in their energy that they might overlook because of their need for attention or admiration. This card talks about being afraid they made the wrong decision, feeling troubled or remorseful of what has happened, sees you happy while they're miserable and they can't move on. Okay. I do feel like a lot of you guys turn your back on this person, because when I'm looking at this Magician, he's facing this direction. He's facing away from all of this other energy here. And so I feel like for this person, you are someone who's really magical. You seem like the type of person that just gets everything that you want, or they see you as being like really skilled in some way. But I also think that there's a sense that they don't fully have you, right? Like they don't fully have you. They can't control you. You're very powerful, and it almost feels like you've turned your back and you're focusing on other things. Like maybe you're focusing on travel. And they're seeing you here as like maybe moved on or moving on from them. And they, with the Nine of Swords, they're feeling kind of guilty and stressed about that. Like it could be even keeping them up at night. There is something here about the reciprocity in this connection with the Six of Pentacles. Like this wasn't or isn't like a very evenly balanced exchange of effort here. And it just could be like that this person with the Sun, like I just get the sense that they're kind of all about themselves with the Sun and the Six of Wands. They may not be the most self-aware always. Now, for some of you guys, you'll have to like be honest with yourselves about this, because it could just be that like maybe they're not that focused on you right now. Maybe that's why they have like this blind spot to you, because maybe it's like they're focused on other things. Their light is on other things. But for the majority of you guys, it just kind of feels like this person, they like the spotlight. They like the attention that they get from you. And I think there's been some guilt or frustration associated with like you moving away or moving on. They feel like there's been a lot of conflict in this connection as well with the Five of Wands. Like they feel like you guys like fight a lot, or there's been arguments, or you guys like don't get along, or it's just been really hard to kind of get on the same page. This could be connected to pets. Maybe there's like a very specific conflict over pets. For some of you guys, getting a new pet, giving a current pet more love is interesting here with the cat, right? Maybe there's something literally about a cat that's causing a conflict here, or another pet. So let's keep going, you guys. How does this person feel about the status? How do they see the status of the connection with my group 3 viewers? We have, there are no words that can explain how you will feel. Enjoy this feeling. So yeah, they really love experiencing your energy, group 3. It makes them feel very good. I think you make them feel really seen in a way that maybe others don't. We have jealousy. They can't see you being happy. So there's, even if it's not literally pets, you guys, I just think there's something about this conflict here that's connected to like your time being dedicated to other things outside of them. And they don't like that. I feel like this person wants to be more of the center of your world than they are feeling right now. We also have one-sided. This connection is not balanced. Something needs to be addressed. So I was getting that earlier when I saw the Six of Pentacles. There's like something that they're worried about as it pertains to the balance of effort here. We have distant. Yeah, so they see there's definitely like an acknowledgement here that there's an argument between you guys right now, or that you guys are long distance, or there's like a disconnect here. Let's see. So Spirit, what would this person say to my group 3 viewers if they were being truthful and honest? You know, it could be, you guys, like this person is so like, if they've been single a long time or just been independent for a long time, I just feel like with the Sun, they have some blind spots. You know, I think they have some blind spots as to how they come across. Like, it's possible that this person, like the sun burns, you know what I mean? Like the sun can burn. And when you stay in the sun for too long, it's not good for you. And it just seems like you guys have turned your back on that energy. And I think it's kind of making this person feel guilty, or maybe they're feeling like they've done something wrong. How do they feel, please, Spirit? We have, I still feel the pain. I still have feelings for you. I just heard ew. Do you guys not like this person? And then we have, I can't be with you here. Do you guys not like this person? Because I just heard the word ew in my ear when I read that. I feel the sexual tension. So there's definitely still like a sexual attraction here that they have for you. There's still feelings that they have. Their feelings are hurt about something. I really just think that this person, like when they don't feel acknowledged by you, I think that that like really triggers their self-esteem. But I just kind of feel like this person is not super self-aware, you guys. Like I feel like they are very, very drawn to you because it boosts their ego and they like the attention, but they're not super self-aware as to like maybe how their energy can burn or be like very exhausting to be around. Because I do feel like they are kind of exhausting for some of you guys. All right, so let's close this out, group 3, by just getting some advice for you from Spirit, just to understand what you need to know about your own energy in this situation. Advice for group 3, please, Spirit. Headspace. I have the ability to change my mood by the thoughts I'm choosing to think. I focus on things that bring me joy, not on things that rob me of my peace. I just feel like Spirit is saying, like, don't even preoccupy your mind about this person. Like, they just seem to, like, really negatively affect your mood. So Spirit is saying, like, just maybe minimize how much you allow them to preoccupy your mind. We have equality. If someone cannot reciprocate my same efforts, I do not continue to try harder. I take it as a sign that we may not be on the same page at this time. So, yeah, there's definitely an issue with like equal exchange of give and take here. So if somebody's not showing up reciprocating your own like work that you're putting in or effort, it means you guys are not on the same page. So Spirit is saying to be mindful of that. We do also have like attracts like. This says, my energetic frequency determines my experiences. So yeah, I think there could be like, I just think there's something about like you guys being advised to kind of shift your energy when it comes to this person. Like, just sort of just knowing that you have control over these experiences with them or these exchanges with them more than you may think that you do, or more than you may realize that you do. I keep feeling like Spirit is saying just distance yourself. Keep distancing yourself from them. It's almost like the more that you step away or turn away from the sun, the less they're able to harm you. It's almost like just don't give them attention is kind of what I'm getting from this. Don't give them attention. Don't feed into it. Don't look if they're doing something attention seeking. Just, I don't know, they might be a little narcissistic, you guys. It feels like the gray rock technique could be helpful, where you just don't really have a reaction or response to their antics. So this is what I see for you, group 3. Very interesting energy with this person. Comment below. Let me know what's been happening with them and how you feel like this message aligns with your understanding of that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next reading soon. Bye.